And now I have the opportunity to introduce my friend, Sarahi Larios Cruz. Sarahi is a junior at Dos Pueblos High School and has been coming to Girls Inc. for 9 strong years. Born in Santa Barbara, she is a proud Chicana and looks forward to going to college. Please come up here, my friend, and tell us your story.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sarahi Larios Cruz, and my pronouns are she, her, hers, ella. And I am a junior at Dos Pueblos High School. I have been coming to Girls Inc. since the 3rd grade, and I'm here today to tell you why Girls Inc. is my second home. In line with today's theme, I want to tell you my story and how Girls Inc. has helped me when I chose to follow the path of most resistance. In 5th grade, I went through a very rough time when my parents divorced. After lots of arguments my brother and I could hear in our small studio apartment, one day, my dad never came home. I was a kid, but I was a kid who had to be strong for my family. Everyone was sad, but I had to be there for my mom and brother. At school, I began to isolate myself, and it became really hard to stay focused. My grades started to fall. I could have stayed on that path, giving up and letting myself fail, but I didn't. I fought to be strong for my family. I fought to bring my grades back up. I fought to be strong for myself. You may wonder what role Girls Inc. played in adjusting to this difficult time in my life. Every day after school, I would get to come to my happy place. Even when things were tough at home and tough in class, at least from 2:45 until 6, I could be free. It was as if nothing had happened. I could act like a kid. I felt excited every day to go there. I still feel excited every day to attend Girls Inc. As I got older, I began to face other kinds of challenges, recognizing that prejudice was often directed at me because of the color of my skin. I have learned to be a proud Chicana, someone born and raised in the United States, but in the culture and traditions of Mexico. Sometimes I feel like I belong to both cultures, but sometimes I feel like I don't belong to either. But today, I will tell you how being a Chicana made me strong, and how Girls Inc. has helped me discover that part of me, and how the staff there supported me 100%. What kind of prejudice have I experienced? One day, I was shopping with my aunt while I was holding her 5-month-old baby while she went to go get something. A white woman came up to me and admired my little cousin, and then asked me, "Is he yours?" I was 14 years old. When this woman saw a brown teenager holding a baby, she assumed that because I was Latina, I had gotten pregnant young. I wondered if she would have asked the same question of a white teenager. I don't think so. In 7th grade, they put me in a support class for kids who didn't speak English well. But I was born here. As you can hear, I speak English perfectly fine. So I went with my mom to talk to the counselor. Instead of the English support class, I wanted to be in English honors. I was a motivated student and felt confident I could handle the challenge. I think what the counselor saw was a brown girl who spoke Spanish to her mother. I politely explained to the counselor that if she was to put me in English honors, and I did well, it wouldn't matter much to her, but it would matter to me a lot. I didn't give up. I took the path of greatest resistance by facing her and persisting, and she finally agreed to give me the honors class. As my mom and I left, I heard the counselor say under her breath, "I don't think she'll make it." I turned around and said, "I think she will." And I did. I got an A in that class, and I'm taking 3 AP classes this fall. So how has Girls Inc. helped me learn who I am and to stand up for myself? At the Teen Center, I have met some wonderful staff members who have made an incredible difference in my life. The first one was Veronica. She was someone I could trust, someone I wanted in my life. When I talked to her, she would really listen, without judging and without telling me what I should do or what I could have done differently. She would just listen. When she thought something was bothering me, she would ask me if I was okay in a way that I knew she really cared. Then there was Brenda, the teen programs director. I didn't want to open up to her at first because I thought she might be too busy with her work. But I soon learned that I could trust her. And she is now one of the best people in my life. Brenda makes time in her day to listen to me. And because she has had difficult things happen in her life, she understands. She reminds me that we still get through it. In the Teen Center, we have lots of discussions about all kinds of things. Brenda understands that if we're talking about our families, I might not want to participate. There is no pressure. She understands what the boundaries are. It felt good that both Veronica and Brenda are Latina. They look like me. They understand the things I've gone through. One day, the Teen Center went to UCSB to meet the students of El Congreso, an organization that fights discrimination through education, political organizing, and resistance. It was so inspiring. I discovered that day what it means to be Chicana. I had wondered, who am I? That Girls Inc. trip to El Congreso gave me answers. At Girls Inc., I have learned to be independent and to take care of myself. I have learned to stand up for myself the way I stood up to that counselor. I have learned that women can do anything men can do, and sometimes they could do it better. At Girls Inc., I have found a place where I can be a leader. People don't assume the worst of me, like that woman in the store or the counselor. It's just the opposite. People look up to me at Girls Inc., and I am asked to take on all kinds of responsibility. I am encouraged to do my best. Girls Inc. is a place of independence, support, respect, and opportunity. At Girls Inc., I am at home. It's a place I'm excited to go to, and it's a place I don't want to leave. At Girls Inc., I have learned that when there are unexpected obstacles in your path, you carry on. Your parents might get a divorce, or you might encounter prejudice on a random Saturday in a store, or in a middle school counselor's office. In face of obstacles like that, you could choose to cry or simply give up. You could pretend you don't care. But that would be taking the path of least resistance. Instead, I have learned the importance of standing up for myself, fighting for my family, asking for help when I need it, trusting people who want to help me, and having confidence in my abilities. Life has been hard at times, but I know that by taking the path of most resistance, I am stronger for it, and my future is bright. I will graduate from high school in 2021, and I intend to go to San Diego State University, or UC Berkeley, where I will major in art and minor in women's studies and Chicano studies. I see myself getting a good job that will pay me a good salary, the same salary a white person or a man might get. One day, I hope to make enough money to buy my mom a house and a car. She deserves it. So thank you to my mom, my best friend, always and forever. Gracias a mi mamá, mi mejor amiga, hoy y para siempre. Thank you to my extended family, which for me includes the staff and my friends at Girls Inc. And thanks to all of you for being here today and supporting Girls Inc., the organization that does so much for girls and young folks in our community. An organization that teaches us that it is the path of most resistance that will make us strong.